Hey guys, it's Stealth here. I was just going to do a quick video just to do a quick overview of how to do the air team on the Bogdan problem. So yeah, the first thing you do here is just run towards your vehicle. It's good to have a motorcycle because you can get there pretty quick, but pretty much anything will work. If you have the facility that's in the north of the map, I forget, Paleto Bay, if you have the Paleto Bay facility, it's really easy to get to the Avenger. So it's good if you're doing the Bogdan with somebody else, they'll probably have the Paleto Bay facility already. So what I'm doing now, I'm working my way over to the Avenger. There's two ways to do this. You can either just drive your vehicle directly to the beach and wait at the beach and then drive back to the Avenger afterwards. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to make it a little bit more quick. So what you'll do is you'll jump in the Avenger right off the bat. And then after we take off, we're going to go directly over to the yellow dot on the map. Enter your VTOL mode, put your landing gear up. And then once we get to that yellow dot, we're going to swing around and go back to the beach, the peninsula. So I've hit the dot, I'm going back over to the beach. And then what you want to do is you want to land right here on this point. It's easier to land on the fatter part of the island, but it's kind of easier to get in the Avenger if you're more towards the end of the point. But it doesn't make much of a difference. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in one of the jet skis. If you're doing a two-man team, the jet ski will be fine. If you're doing a three-man team, you're going to want to get on one of the boats at the end of the island. I'm going to look at it here and point to it, I believe. Oh, no, I didn't. So anyways, towards the end of that island, there's a boat that you can get in that can fit up to, 3 or 4 people. They can stand in the back of the boat. So even if they can't sit in the boat, they can just stand in the back of it. So you can get, if there's 2 people in the sub, you can get both of them back to the island. And then what I've done here is I'm speeding up the video. I think it's 2 times, just to make this part a little bit quicker. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to drive out into the lake, right to this point where I'm sitting now. It'll show you where your teammate went down into the sub. Now he's going to resurface more towards the island, but the reason why we're sitting on this point is because the helicopters don't know what to do. Because I'm so far away from the Avenger, the helicopters are just hovering there. And they'll hover there the entire time until your teammate comes up out of the sub. And now if you're listening to the cutscene, you'll be able to hear when Clifford starts talking, and then Avon will start talking as well. That's usually towards the end of the cutscene. So once you hear that, what I'm doing is I'm just driving the jet ski a little bit closer into land. But I don't want to go too far. You'll notice that there's different colors on the mini map. You don't want to go too close into the blue. You want to stay out a little bit towards the lighter blue. You don't want to go in too close towards the island. But you'll be able to see here where my teammate comes up. So you don't want to go that close because that'll attract the helicopters, but you do want to get, close enough so that you can pick them up pretty quickly. Then once my teammate's on the jet ski, I can take off. And then all you really need to do here is just sort of make sure you're driving quickly so that the choppers aren't getting you. And then I'm going to drive the jet ski right up onto land, just beside it so that we're sheltered by the Avenger. My teammate is going to jump in the back, and I'm going to jump in the front. And then the teammate in the back will start shooting at the helicopters. He doesn't really need to shoot at the helicopters. You can just get away from the helicopters and they're not going to destroy the Avenger. But you do want to have as little amount of damage on the Avenger as possible to get the Elite Challenge. And now again, I'm just speeding up the video just to sort of make this part a little bit quicker. Basically, you just fly back to the hangar, drop the, park the Avenger in the hangar, and then that's the end of the mission. When you're landing it, you might want to just look at the angle you're coming in on. You might even want to land on the runway and then just sort of slowly park the Avenger, because it can be quite tough trying to get it into the hangar, because you have to really watch your altitude and stuff like that. So here we go. As I'm coming into the airport here, you'll see that I'm sort of following the runway, because what we need to do, it's like an L shape. You need to come in sort of from here and then arc around. And then there's the hangar. And then usually what I do is I slow up right before the hangar and then just sort of slowly maneuver my way in. And there we go.